Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, using tarot to help you do the inner work, heal yourself and create the life that you truly want to live. This is today's tarot for all signs, and it's for Thursday the 17th of July 2025. I hope you're doing well. Cards are flying. Let's see what they are. We have a beauty of age. In our wisdom, as we get older, we love ourselves more. And when we know ourselves and we love ourselves more, we shine more brightly. I'm talking sparkly eyes here rather than our sagging skin and all of that kind of thing. We feel more of ourselves and we feel more beautiful, don't we? Again, not necessarily in outward appearances, but I do. I feel more beautiful than ever. I'm also, on a side note, for those of you that enjoy my energy healings, private energy healings, I have added sound healing to it now, from a distance as well, but I've been doing it on myself. I've been playing around with it, tuning forks of various different types, and I've had actual physical healing very fast from it, of things that I've had for like 30 years that I just thought, well, that's it now, you know. Incredible stuff. Anyway, it's just reminded me that. I don't know why. We've got a guardian being taken care of. Taking care of ourselves, right? That's something we do as we get older too. We take better care of ourselves. We say no more. We start advocating for ourselves, right? We become our own guardians. And then as a result, I always say this when that threefold protection card comes out. As a result, we start getting mirrors of that. So people start protecting us too. They treat us with that same self-respect that we're giving ourselves. And of course, the universe protects us as well. And we've got patience. Patience comes out all the time now, doesn't it? Patience, patience, patience. We're in this time of rapid growth, accelerated ascension of many people. We're experiencing it on an individual level. Are you too? It's like rapid inner growth at the moment and realizations and all of that. Imagine what it's like for those that haven't done the work, you know, that are just kind of spiritually awakening. It's going to be on steroids. It's going to be like our spiritual awakenings, but like 10 times, 100 times perhaps, them doing it now. So good on them for volunteering for that. And good on us for volunteering when we were in much slower, thicker energy times, right? Let's get some tarot out. What's going on today? What do we need to know about, guys? First out, Ace of Cups. That's a nice start, isn't it? The Ace of Cups is new love, new feelings, better feelings. Falling in love. It can be falling in love. It can be starting a new job that you'd love, a new hobby that you'd love. Start of new feelings. The start of something new. And it could be start of feeling differently about yourself. It could be a start of new self-love, whole new level self-love, feeling very differently about yourself. You could be falling in love with yourself as well. The Wheel of Fortune, fate, luck. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is coming to the end of a healing cycle. So we've done so much healing on ourselves. We might still be a bit wary, but that healing cycle comes to a close when we can release that wariness and trust ourselves of what we learned, you know. So we no need to be wary about it anymore. There's no need to be wary about it anymore, because we know that if it shows up, we'll recognize it, we'll protect ourselves. Yeah. So it's more of a self-trust kind of a feeling I get from the Nine of Wands. But it's also about persisting with something that you've been dealing with within yourself as well. We had a lot of internal work yesterday going on, with a bit of soul retrieval going on. Watch that. Go back to yesterday. Watch that if you missed it. Ace of Cups, what are you doing here? Are we falling in love with ourselves? What's going on? Muse of Inspiration. Claiming what you want. Claiming something. Something that you want. Something that you want to do. Two of Voices. You're not sure. Seven of Materials and the Three of Emotions. Okay. So people around you are investing in something. Or people that you know, Three of Cups, are investing in something. Seven of Materials. You're not sure if you should do it, but you're going to claim it. You're going to claim the energy of it. You're not sure you should do it. So people around you could be signing up for a course or something like that, and you feel the pull of the results. But I don't know, there's this two voices suggest that you're not sure whether to do it or not. I would say do it. Ace of Cups is really good. Ace of Cups is falling in love. Now, if what you're considering is my new course, Ready for Real Love, you might want to consider that. Because Ace of Cups could have you falling in love very quickly after that. Just watch this. You've done the work. You can spot red flags. You've built strong boundaries. But is your heart too closed now? Careful, guarded, keeping you safe? But you still want real love, healthy, conscious, true love. Let me help you open your heart again, safely this time, to invite in the partner who truly meets you. Ready for real love? Learn more at BeHealing.com. So thank you for watching that. We've got ancient wisdom behind that. Ancient wisdom. Okay, well, the Wheel of Fortune, fate. Fate comes a knocking. Why is fate coming and knocking? Because you're manifesting something. What we're manifesting. You see, life is like a delicate balance between our higher self, universe, what it knows is best for us and what we want on a much deeper level, much higher level, and then our human selves of like the details that we'd like along the way. And sometimes we get aligned with the deeper stuff too and ask for that. But the magician, it might not be you, muggle human self, that are manifesting it. It might be your higher self. The moon suggests that a reveal is going to happen. Something that you've been manifesting. It's got to do with fate. So very much what the universe and your higher self knows is right for you. It's coming along. Now that reveal, the moon suggests that it's not yet revealed. But why are we told about it today? Well, I don't know. Perhaps it's got something to do with this Ace of Cups and this feeling like other people are investing in something and you're not sure about whether to do it, even though you want the results of it. We've got ascension and psychic development behind that too. So as you're ascending your energy, you're getting more psychically attuned that something is around the corner, fated for you, and it's going to be revealed, something that you've been manifesting along with the universe, like manifesting along with your higher self. 9 of Wands, but there's this bit of wariness left over from a healing not completely completed, you know? But 9 of Wands suggests that you've been doing a lot of healing work on yourself, right? And you're coming towards the end of that journey, but there's a little bit more to do. 7 of Inspiration, it's to release that self-protection that you've got. And like I said, when I first pulled that 9 of Wands card out, when that wariness is still there, we're not yet healed. When we can release that wariness and just be open, because we know if it ever shows up again, we'll recognize it and we'll deal with it in the moment. You know, we can draw a boundary in the moment and then go back to being open again. Is this opening our heart and then keeping it open when we go through things? I'm not suggesting to do that when you're still wounded, when you haven't healed yourself, because if you do that, and because I've done that myself when I was still wounded and unhealed, then you just get abused. You open your heart, you're open to everyone, and you just get abused, right? Because you don't have those boundaries in place. But once you've done the healing and you've figured that out, then you can be open and you can keep your heart open, because you'll just continue to empower yourself if you need to, you know? It's this card. It's this guardian card. It's like you've turned into your own guardian, right? Your own parent, the parent that takes great care of you. You've turned into that. And what's behind that is joy. And so you can experience joy. So you can be open and experience joy at all times. And then when something shows that you don't like, you can deal with it then and then go back to being open again. For the first time in my life, in the last 2 weeks, I've gone through something that would usually close my heart down, and it didn't this time, and I'm so proud of myself. I kept my heart open. I cried. I cried to release the emotions when it happened, and then just decided to keep my heart open, just stay on my path, to not let it not grounded, but not let it like stop me, not let it reduce me and my energy, not let it close my heart up again. That's a first for me. I recognize that I've never breezed through something like that, allowing the emotions to come out, almost dwelling in that until it was done, that phase, which wasn't very long, it wasn't even a day, and then keeping my heart open and trusting in the process, trusting in the path. It's very cool. And that's what you'll get from that course. Ready for real love. Okay, what about masculine and feminine energies? What have we got going on? Moving from the patriarchy to equals. And I think that's going to be a big part of this shift that we're going through right now. Hence, I am really interested in it. So, okay, we've got Three of Swords and Temperance. So, after heartbreak, there's this period of tempering yourself. There's this, like I was just saying, a heartbreak doesn't need to floor us. We can remain open. But temperance, it's like you've got to deal with it, right? Temperance is a card of healing and of balance. Do you know your process yet to be able to go through things, not ignore things, but go through things quite quickly? Not that it's a race. It doesn't have to be a race. I wasn't putting myself on a timer with it. But because I allowed myself the process and I was determined to keep my heart open, it was so fast, hey? It was like within 3 days, everything done. Back to normal. Open, clear, you know? So, yeah, perhaps going through something like this at the moment, there's this... I think when we're healed, we have the ability to go through things cleanly, allow the emotions out, be present in the moment, and so we're making good choices for ourselves in the moment, and then we breeze through it. So we don't have like a load of internalized gunk to deal with in a year or two's time, or when the next relationship shows up or whatever, you know. Next, we've got the Two of Pentacles, keeping a balance, and death and rebirth. Huge changes going on. Let's get into it. So Temperance and the Three of Swords. So, yes, so thinking about masculine and feminine energies at the moment and the collective, Three of Swords and Temperance is a big deal right now, right? Because there's a lot of projection going on, a lot of finger pointing, heartbreak in the masculine, and the blaming the women for it, right? It's their fault. and the same with women too. Heartbreaking women, and they're pointing the finger at the masculine too. Whereas we've all, men and women, have been brought up in this same world. We've had the same traumas. The same things have happened to us. Yes, we've got slightly different stories from it because of the different genders and those roles that have been put on us. But it's the same heartbreak, right? And it's the same lack of emotional intelligence or spiritual intelligence that has us projecting, pointing the finger, rather than owning our part in it and being able to deal with it, right? Heartbreak hurts, and it's going to keep on happening. But it doesn't need to hurt, like it doesn't need to be prolonged hurt. We can heal through it, right? And so we've got Six of Inspiration. It's like there's victory on the end of this. So those that can do this, Six of Inspiration it's not just the victory, it's being seen to be doing it. So that's when the people around you go, wow, you got through that really quickly. It might be trying to tend to your broken heart and you're saying, my heart's not broken anymore, or something like that. They're just noticing that you're going through it. Perhaps people, yeah. So people might notice that you're over something, and they wouldn't be over it. Yeah. I remember a long time ago, a beer was spilt on me, rather dramatically. We're on this high table. It was a complete accident. And I'm looking out to the ocean, and it's so easily done, right? When you're reaching across the table and you just like knock a beer. So someone did that, and the beer went like right down my front. And so I just like went about clearing it up. I didn't have an emotional reaction to it. And anyway, there was this other group of girls this was years ago. There was this group of girls on the table next to us, and they were so shocked that I had no reaction to it, that I wasn't going off and screaming, and you know, they were really shocked that I just took it in my stride. Emotional regulation. When people see that, they're like, whoa. Right? It gives them this that's possible, you know. It is possible. It takes a lot of work. Integration is behind that. So integrating what you've learned. All of the healing that we've done, right? This is how we learn healing, self-healing. We go through life and we're being hurt. When we're children, we don't have the resources to be able to heal ourselves or deal with it at the time. We don't have the role models that are helping us out, and there's nobody there for us emotionally to help us through it. And so it just accumulates and it accumulates and it accumulates and it accumulates until it's so big and it leaks out of us by reactivity and all of that, that then we decide, because so much that we have to deal with it, right? Some people don't, but we have to. Those of us that have, we know that it becomes so much, and like, I've got to do something about this. And then we get help, or we consult spiritual texts, we meditate, and we learn about what it is that we've been through. We make sense of it, and we heal those wounds. And then we realize, oh, that stuffing down of emotions is quite a problem, right? So I don't want to do that anymore. And through this process, eventually down the line, we've pretty much cleaned up all of the past. I feel like I've completely cleaned up all of the past now. And now it's like, okay, all I need to deal with now is present moment stuff. When it comes up, do that process straight away so that it's not saved up for later. It feels like those of us that are leading the way in this, like ascension path, being able to deal with ourselves, might be being noticed for that now. It's like, hang on, there's these people that they aren't doing that. They aren't pointing the fingers and they aren't having all of this gubbins going on. Two of Pentacles, balance, balance, balance. I always say the answer to your questions is always self-love or balance. It's one of the two. Slowly, slowly. Slowly, slowly finding a balance. Masculine and feminine energies is what we're talking about here. Now that might be a balance within yourself of masculine and feminine energies. We've all got masculine and feminine energies within us, and you might have a preference to which you'd like to increase for that balance. For most women, it's going to be the feminine you want to increase, because we've all had to be so masculine because it's a patriarchal world. And as we seek that balance, and that sounds like, I don't want to be doing all this masculine stuff anymore. It's like, it's tiring. It's not really who I am. It doesn't come naturally to me. I much prefer the feminine stuff. If I could do that all the time and get paid, that would be amazing. So slowly, slowly finding that new balance. It's all good and masculine energy. It's all good and masculine energy. So masculine energy has been the predominant energy in all of us, whether we like to admit it or not. I don't think any of us have experienced true feminine energy and what that's like. It's been so pushed down. So as happens when we're seeking balance, so like, I know that you guys, you're completely selfless, right? Or you have been like that. I think you're finding balance now. On the other end of the scale, you've got completely selfish people, right? Neither of them are good. They both attract each other, right? Because they're both opposites. Balance is where it's at. But what I know of teaching people like me and you that have been completely selfless, or people that are still there, is when I suggest to be a bit more selfish, that not even balanced yet, they've just like moved a little bit toward getting into balance, and then they feel like, I want to swear, but they feel like the worst person in the world, like the most selfish bee ever, and they're not even in balance yet, right? And that's how it goes. That's how it goes when we've been so out of balance. And so you might think, I'm tapping into the feminine energies. It's masculine here, feminine here. And you're only there. Like, you're only there. I think when we hit this point, it's 11:11 right now. When we hit this point, balance point, it's going to be very different for all of us. And we haven't experienced it yet. I welcome it, don't you? Slowly, slowly. We're slowly, slowly getting there. Death and rebirth. Major changes. Major changes in the world. We're getting helped. So just a little bit on the sun's energy, right? The sun has a lot of energy. You know how we have a moon that's satelliting us, and satellites too, they're having an effect on us as well, but predominantly the moon, right? So the moon goes around and it creates these tides, and it creates different moods within us, the full moon and new moon and all of that kind of thing. It affects us, right? Now imagine the sun. All of the orbiting things it's got around it imagine living on the sun and all of that going on. It's like not just the moon, it's like, oh God, now it's Venus, oh, and now Mercury, and just all of that going on. We are experiencing that because the sun experiences that. And so it has all of these gravitational pulls as the inner and outer planets go around it and everything else too. It's actually moving, it's spinning, but it's being pulled around by all of these things. So it's having a gravitational pull on the sun. It's affecting the sun's energy, right? And so there's like solar flashes. I don't want to say flash. You know what I mean. Sunspots and all of that kind of thing. Solar eruptions flying our way and all over the place as a result of that. Now, so whatever's going on with the sun affects the earth too, right? We affect the sun, as do all the other planets. So then imagine the sun when the planets are in alignment, right? When the planets are in alignment, we've got that going on this month, which is why it's going to be more intense than ever. So if you think about it, if we had like 18 moons and they were all orbiting and it was pulling us around, and we had all like random tides all the time because they're all orbiting at different like times, and then one day they all got aligned. Imagine what the tide would be on that day. It would be devastating. We would have a devastating like king tide. Well, that's what's happening to the sun right now, and the sun affects us, right? And so death and rebirth, that's what I'm getting from this, is that there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot geomagnetically and energetically. It's affecting our consciousness, and it's affecting our minds. It's affecting us physically. It's affecting the earth. Earthquakes, volcanoes, and all of that kind of thing are going off because it's affecting, all of that alignment is affecting us. This is why astrology is real. It has an actual effect on us, right? So, Four of Voices. So relax more, take it easy more. We are being helped in this, or rather, all of these energies are co-creating it with us. The sun and all the planets and the earth are co-creating it with us as entities. Each and every one of us. This is a co-creation, all of these changes. And because it's intense, don't underestimate that. Relax more, rest more. Tune into how you're feeling. And if you are tired, give time to yourself. Your vibration is the most important right now. More important than it's ever been. And teaching is behind that as well. And so, beauty of age, learning about yourself more. We can learn about ourselves even more than ever. I told you, I've been dabbling with sound healing. It's blown my mind. It's blown my mind. I was using it for my shoulders. I've got frozen shoulders, and it's getting a bit better now. I'm not completely healed, but I felt sound healing because it feels like a fascia. They don't know what it is, right? But of course, because it's women that get it, so they don't look into it. But it feels to me like it's a fascia thing, because when I get this jolt when I put my arm in the wrong position, and it deadens my whole arm, and so it feels like it's the whole of the fascia that just goes or the nervous system, and so it felt to me like it would respond to gentleness. It responds to stretching, but gentleness too. And sound healing is so gentle, and sound healing is about restoring you back to your original default settings, right? The cells back to that. So I've been dabbling with it on my shoulders also, of course, doing all kinds of work on my chakras and everything. But I've got a toenail, and in my early 20s I started running, and I had a toe ring on one of my toes, and when I was running, my feet in trainers, the toe ring went under my nail and lifted it up as I was running, and it damaged the nail bed, and my nail has always grown upwards, well, kind of at an angle like that, but upwards since. And so I have to like file it down, horizontally. If it gets too long and I haven't done that, it can become quite painful, and it's just, it's not great. And I thought, that's over 30 years ago. I've just had to put up with it, right? And just deal with it. Anyway, I started doing sound therapy on it. I started using tuning forks and placing the end of the tuning fork on it, and I was just encouraging it to go back to default settings and become whole again. You know what's happening? The thing's coming off, and there's a fresh, real nail growing underneath in the right direction. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Like, I know healing and I know healing, and I've been about healing my whole life. But for some reason, I just thought, no, I'm stuck with this. And sound healing, it did it. I'm integrating it into my private energy healings as well. If you're interested in one of them, book yourself in. 2019 prices at the moment. I've run my prices back 5 years previous. I did it for part of June, and I've extended it to July as well. What have we got here? We've got a rat, someone working against you behind your back. We've got a lobster, financial pinch. We've got hills, overcoming obstacles. We've got marriage. That could be an obstacle that's being overcome for somebody here. And tulip, great passion. Oh. So how best to deal with these energies today? How best to deal with these energies today? We've got the Six of Pentacles, generosity, reciprocation, and the Three of Cups, the people around you. And so being more involved with the people around you. Now, this Ace of Cups, it seems like there's some kind of a class or course or something. Everyone else is investing, or other people around you and investing in something. I think this is like, you're going to gain so much more from it if you do it with other people. I know a lot of us would like to do these things by ourselves, but sometimes, especially if you've had trouble receiving, it's better to do it with other people. And you're opening that, I allow myself to be helped by others, I allow myself to receive. You'll be opening up that. So just something to think about there is doing things with other people can have a more synergistic effect, you know, it can have a heightened effect than doing things by yourself. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave me a comment as well. What did that bring up for you? No thumbs up today. Yeah, what did that bring up for you? Any thoughts on all of these matters? Let me know below. And if you want more from me, there's my website there. A link to my website. You can sign up for my free class. You can book yourself a reading or an energy healing or all of it. And watch my latest bigger card read up there. Well, have the best day ever, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. One question, one answer. The cards reveal at BeHealing.com.